So find a good seat, a good posture. And as always, we start the meditation by preparing the body and mind with some stillness. And let relaxation sink into every part of the body. Especially the shoulders and the neck, the muscles in the face. And just for a few minutes, we can focus on the breath in your preferred way, in order to bring our mind into the present moment, to become a bit more attentive and less distracted. And so with a more still body and a still mind, we can go into this meditation on equanimity, in which we try to see how and why we see people around us in different ways. And taking a moment to analyze this. So I'd like you to start visualizing a person that you have a very good relation to. Perhaps a good friend. Maybe not picking the closest one you have, like a partner, husband or wife, but somebody that you like being with, you feel comfortable with. A good friendship. And try to visualize this person in front of you. And you have this sense of, I like being with this person. When I'm with this person, we have a good time and we share things. And I appreciate this person. And you can ask the question, why do I like this person? Why do I feel good in that person's presence? And see what your mind says. Think about those good qualities that you appreciate with this person. And so now let's look at this person again, but maybe with some awareness that we usually don't use when we think about this person. It is quite possible at some point in the past that this person was a stranger, not knowing this person at all. And it is possible that this person might become a stranger in the future. Friends become strangers. And we have also experienced that friends actually become a person that we have a lot of difficulties with. Maybe even anger and aversion. The agreeable can become disagreeable. Friendship can turn into problems and issues and big distances. We do experience a lot of change in our relation with others. Do you think this is actually possible? That this friendship can turn into something else? Perhaps not a stranger, or perhaps not a person that we have a lot of difficulties with, but maybe drift apart and become more or less strangers. Looking back in our lives, we probably have experienced these changes within relationships, friendships, constantly going up and down, getting closer to somebody, creating more distance to somebody, and so forth. But in this constant change, is there something that is constant when it comes to you and this person? Probably at least one thing is that he or she wakes up every morning wanting to be happy, wanting to be free of problems, free of pain or suffering. Wishes to be happy, just like you. So look at this person again and generate a strong wish. May you, just like me, have the happiness and the causes of happiness. And may you, just like me, be free of suffering and the things that causes that suffering. Not wanting anything in return, just unconditional wish of love and kindness, wishing that person to be happy. And now you can let this person slip back into the back of your mind. And instead bring to mind a person that you don't know very well. Not so much positive feelings towards nor negative feelings. Person that you might have seen here in Dharamkot or McLeodganj, or somebody at home, at work, or maybe the person sitting next to you. And then you can ask yourself the question, why am I feeling quite indifferent to this person? Just because you don't know this person doesn't mean that you might get to know this person very well in the future. We all know that a friendship can bloom very quickly. Sometimes a very short meeting, a great connection can take place. And we can become very good friends with that person. This happens all the time. Maybe just a few words or a quick chat. A lot of good positive feelings might arise from that. That could be a start of a very long friendship. Who knows? So again, look at this person and generate a very strong, heartfelt wish. A wish coming from genuine love and kindness. That may you be well and happy, just like me. And may you be free of suffering in exactly the same way as I want to be free of suffering. And then you can let this person slip back into the back of your mind. And instead bring to mind the person that you have some difficulties with. A person that you might feel quite uncomfortable with. Maybe not your worst, not picking your worst enemy, but somebody that you definitely have some problems being with. And try to visualize this person in front of you. Maybe it's this person's behavior that you're reacting towards. Maybe he or she maybe has hurt you or somebody else in your surroundings. And briefly think about why you don't really like this person. And now let's look at this person again. Maybe a little bit more with eyes of wisdom. It's quite unlikely that your attitude towards this person has always been like this. Always this feeling of disagreement or uncomfort. It's not unlikely that this person has actually been your friend at some point in the past. Again, that happens quite often. Friends drift away for a reason or another. We have some issues with them. Or maybe he or she at least had been a stranger in the past. Not always so disagreeable. And it is quite possible that this person that you now have problems with might become a stranger, just simply forgotten. Or could even become a friend. People's behavior change. The intensity of their suffering changes. People's lives go up and down all the time. People change. You change, they change. And whatever our relationship with that person looks like now, it's just a snapshot, a single frame in a very long movie. But regardless of this constant change, there is something that is constant. When it comes to you and this person. And it is that day and night he or she has a wish, may I be happy, may I be free of suffering. Just like you. And this person, just like you, has this capacity of finding this happiness, finding harmony in life, finding the development of good qualities. So again, look at this person and really try from the bottom of your heart. Try to wish this person a good life in which they find happiness, and that they are free, become free of this suffering, whatever that might be, that they can find genuine happiness. So that maybe their behavior can change. And maybe our communication with them can open up. May you be well and happy, and may you be free of the suffering. And then you can release the appearance of this person. And then you can rest in the question, where does all this discrimination or categorizing of people come from? What's the motivation for all that? Am I really honest and consistent in my opinions on other people? Because we know that this can change very quickly. Our attitudes towards others. Maybe just a few words or just a simple action can change our whole attitude towards a person. And then again, maybe just a few days later, a few weeks later, it can change again. For example, when somebody criticizes you, you might find them very disagreeable and even unattractive. But if that same person criticizes somebody that you don't like, that person becomes much more agreeable all of a sudden. So are you really seeing that person objectively? And a stranger that you felt nothing much for before can all of a sudden very quickly become very attractive, very agreeable. somebody that you want to be with. So try to think of any of these factors of why. What kind of factors that determine our ways of looking and seeing other people. Why can it change so quickly? What's the basis for that? Is it simply because they do things or say things that is according to our world, that we find them agreeable? And is it simply because they say or do things that is not according to us? So at last, try to get a feeling of having an open heart to all people, perhaps more understanding about their situation, and rest in that.